I don't believe almost anything that comes out of her mouth. And I think the damage she's done to the British monarchy and to the Queen at a time when Prince Philip is lying in hospital is enormous and frankly contemptible.
Meghan Markle, who once entered the British royal family with many promises and expectations, now chooses to get away from life in California. What did she do? She did not attend King Charles's coronation, refused all invitations from the royal family, and even skipped important events her family was looking forward to. Did Meghan intentionally deny her husband's and her children's origins? Meghan Markle has avoided the UK for nearly 2 years due to her unpopularity, with no immediate plans to return. However, King Charles might persuade her to visit to see her family. Since moving to California in 2020, Meghan and Prince Harry have kept their lives private, rarely visiting the UK. Meghan, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet only returned once for the Platinum Jubilee in June 2022, when the King met his granddaughter, and has skipped all royal events since, including the coronation. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams noted Meghan's deep unpopularity, with a YouGov poll in May showing 65% of respondents disliked her. Despite the King's longing to see his grandchildren, he remains focused on royal duties and recovering from a cancer diagnosis. Relations between the Sussexes and the royal family remain strained, with no resolution in sight. It's frustrating and unacceptable. Why was Meghan still invited back to England after those evil and negative actions? Why should everyone be looking forward to when she returns to the UK? She should go to Africa. First of all, Meghan betrayed the public's trust and expectations when she decided to leave the royal family and then publicly criticized her husband's family. Her irresponsible and disrespectful attitude towards the traditions and values of the royal family is unforgivable. This not only hurt the family but also caused deep disappointment among the public. After leaving their royal roles, Meghan and Harry quickly signed lucrative commercial contracts, using their royal reputation for personal gain. This is a blatant and unethical abuse of power and reputation. Instead of using their fame to do good, they turned it into a tool to make money, causing public outrage. Meghan has always claimed to want a private life, but constantly appears in interviews and media projects. This contradiction makes the public feel deceived and unable to trust her. If she really wants a private life, why does she continue to attract media attention? Meghan's actions and statements have seriously damaged the image and reputation of the British royal family in the international arena. Accusations of racism and unfairness have created a wave of negativity, weakening the royal family's reputation. This not only affects the royal family but also reduces respect and admiration from the public. In the end, Meghan skipped important events and refused all invitations from the royal family, not even attending King Charles's coronation. This is a lack of respect not only for the husband's family but also for the entire public. This action shows that she does not care about family responsibilities and traditions. Meghan didn't even come over for the Queen's funeral. She was already in the UK with Harry when Her Majesty died. Had she not been here, she would not have left the USA. As she was here, she didn't have the bottle not to attend, especially after all the shenanigans of trying to get on the plane to Balmoral. Another prime example of what Meghan wants Meghan does not get. Perhaps in the future she could refrain from using our country as a staging post when changing planes on her global privacy tours. So why should we expect her to return? Meghan had enough opportunities and privileges, and she chose to squander them. Instead of continuing to cause instability and division, perhaps she should find another place to pursue her own life, away from unnecessary controversies and conflicts. We don't need someone like her to further confuse the current situation. My dear friends, it is time for us to be alert and strongly say no to Meghan Markle's disruptive and divisive actions. Instead of letting ourselves be lured by media tricks and false promises, let's stand up and send a clear message: we do not accept people who take advantage of their reputation for personal gain and harms the unity of the royal family. Meghan has repeatedly shown disrespect for the royal family and the public, constantly creating turmoil and controversy. Her actions not only undermine the image of the royal family, but also cause instability and loss of trust in our hearts. It's time for us to see clearly and not let ourselves be deceived anymore. We have the power to choose, and it's time for us to use that power to create a positive change. Please boycott Meghan Markle and give attention and support to truly valuable people who contribute positively to society. Don't be deceived again. We deserve better and stronger unity. An analysis of the consequences has made it clear that there is nothing good about this situation, and the consequences are severe. Not only did Meghan lose in this marriage, but Harry also suffered many times more serious losses. The loss of inheritance is not only a material loss, but also a loss of a part of family honor and prestige. It also makes me laugh to hear that King Charles misses his grandchildren in Los Angeles. I wonder which children are those. Meghan, do you tell us all how King Charles is missing his grandchildren? He doesn't know them and has no relationship with them, so how is King Charles missing them? As for Harry and Meghan, will happily forfeit the huge joy of glimpsing the Invisit if it means the parents stay away. Meghan speaks for the children. Have we or anybody heard these children speak ever? Archie has 2 grandfathers. Does he mention the one a few miles away? Of course he doesn't. Meghan wouldn't tell him about such a lowly person, would she? Meghan also stated that a 3-year-old said "I can see me in you" that was plagiarized from a child's book. Like much of what she says, it all comes from her head mouth and not from the Invisa kids. I'm sure that the she-wolf will have to have her child actors properly trained before coming here. It won't be soon because Lily's biological mother is suing for custody of her daughter. Going back to King Charles trying to force Meghan to return to the UK, I think the king is too busy to take the time to care for Meghan, even in urgent situations. He doesn't even care whether Meghan is still alive or has passed away, let alone finding a way for her to return to England. Meghan needs to understand that, no matter how noble her desires may be, the world does not revolve around one person's life, and her personal interests cannot be imagined to be paramount. With these tips in mind, I hope Meghan is cautious and has no illusions about returning to the UK. Instead, she can focus on family life and work remotely in the US and face the new challenges and opportunities that life presents. I really don't understand who Meghan thinks she is. She has no talent and no morals. On the subject of Meghan's cooking program, it seems that a pilot episode was shown to a test audience for reaction. The word is that it is boring, bland, and uninteresting, and the chief cook is unrelatable, totally disliked. Why are we not surprised? Not only that, Arrow is dead. The Nigeria trip has come and gone. Nobody wants another book out of either of them. Netflix ... cooking and polo. Not a word for ages. So why not another 1 or 2 Invisikids? If I were King Charles, I would make a visit to the UK contingent on must meet with the Markle side of their family first. Seriously, the Markle side is in the same hemisphere. Must submit to DNA testing upon landing in Britain. Any press coverage must be of the King's choosing, not the Scooby-Doo Tom Quinn Sussex sycophant of the day. Any other suggestions? Well, hopefully they won't come here as they are, by the majority not wanted. Maybe they could go to Malta or Nigeria or anywhere else Meghan thinks she can claim ancestry from. Given that she's a fantasist, it could be anywhere, but hopefully not here. For the most lenient case, Meghan does not need to step foot in the UK. I am sure that Harry is more than capable of bringing the children on his own. Whether or not he is man enough is another matter in my opinion. I also have to correct one more thing, which is that honestly, experts only know the same as the public. They even told the truth because of bribes from the royal family or Meghan and Harry, so the public should also be selective about the information they receive. This poses a major challenge to information assessment and decision-making. We need to use our personal intelligence and common sense to determine the truth from correct information and not be deceived by the personal views and interests of those involved. This not only ensures that we are properly informed, but also keeps our opinions and decisions from being influenced by outside influences. To conclude, in one sentence, people in England will never forget or forgive her behavior. Do you have the same thoughts as me? Please leave a comment below to express your views. I am very happy and respectful to receive your feedback. Thank you very much for watching our videos. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel for the next videos.